So let's continue our murder investigation. If I'm not mistaken, we need to find a screwdriver. Oh, it's really coming down out there. Jeez. I feel like it wasn't snowing that hard when we left off, but let's go.
Eugene must be down in Bernard's office. I should go ask him for a screwdriver.
All right, that's right. Hello, Chris. We are going to find a screwdriver. We need to go down to Bernard's office. So let's go.
Maybe I shouldn't wander around with my pockets full. Is there anything I can put down?
I'm not supposed to wander around with my pockets full? Okay. I mean, the key doesn't count as having my pockets full, I don't think. What? New person! Who are you? Uh-oh, we're not supposed to look at them, I don't think. To be a good, like, maid person. I don't think you're supposed to look at the guests. Oh, that's Bernard.
It's, Miss Belivet, isn't it?
What? Oh, Roy.
Oh, right. You're the one who took last week off, aren't you? You had to, take care of your sister, I think?
Mother. My mother. She's very sick.
No, I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing. I need to know I can count on you.
I understand, sir.
What are you doing here, anyway? Are you on break?
Oh no, I don't know what to say. I need a screwdriver for what?
No. I'm just getting a screwdriver.
A screwdriver?
What for? I don't know.
Loose vent.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that sounds like a job for Eugene, doesn't it?
Yes. You're right.
Then leave the repairs to him.
Okay. I will.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
What's going on?
Oh, Andrew.
Oh, sorry. Seems I've made a habit of sneaking up on you today. Spying on Bernard again?
No, I'm looking for a screwdriver. For the vent. Linda asked Eugene to fix Bernard's window.
Ah, gotcha.
Eugene?
I'm just lying to everybody.
What? Maybe you should go have a look. You know what? I'll stand guard by the elevator and, holler if Bernard approaches.
Okay, thanks. I'll be quick.
I shouldn't be in his office. I don't shut the door. That makes it seem worse when you shut the door. Oh my god, oh my god.
I have to find a screwdriver, but how often do I get to snoop around Bernard's office like this? With this blizzard, Bernard's office will be a skating rink by the end of the day. Best to avoid that. Opposing something that could help so many people just because it's close to your hotel? This is ridiculous. So, I take it the open window was not an accident. Can't say I blame you, Eugene.
So someone, we didn't read the note. Oh, I bet they're opposed to like the, they're opposed to the, like a mental hospital or whatever they called it, right? Yeah, of the new mental hospital. After working so hard to elevate Clarington's standards, I cannot allow a band of cuckoos to move into my backyard. Should you accept, it would be an honor and privilege to join your fight. Yours sincerely, Bernard Leduc. Mr. Weston. So somebody found this note, or the Mr. Weston guy probably didn't do that. Interesting.
Aha! Let's get you to that vent.
cleaning up all the incriminating... Nobody knows they're being stalked or anything.
Time to see what secrets that vent is holding.
Nobody knows that they're being, like, stalked or having nasty notes written about them.
Do you remember that loose tile from last week?
Yes?
Well, I'm afraid it hasn't been properly repaired.
What do you mean?
I mean that, it's still broken, sir. Someone put a rug on top of it, but you can still hear it crack. I'm just checking to make sure guests don't trip over it.
Is that part of your job description?
No. No, it isn't, sir.
Oh, well, then I suggest you stop worrying about Miss Belovit. What were you doing in my office?
I was simply closing the door. Someone left it ajar.
Huh. Must have been Eugene.
We lied. Yeah. Probably.
Well, don't you have work to do?
Yes, sir.
Then get to it. Oh, Mrs. Drake has asked to see you.
Again?
Just indulge her. Apologize one more time for Friday's mishap. Do whatever needs to be done. We cannot afford to lose such loyal guests.
Very well, sir. Whew. I think my heart stopped beating there for a moment.
Yeah, me too. But at least I found what I was looking for.
Perfect. Now, I should probably get to it before you-know-who comes out of his office again. Keep me posted.
The Bernard Whisperer. Good morning. He did not kill anyone yet. We just found a threatening letter, though.
Oh, no, you're right. That shouldn't be there. I'll have someone...
Can we talk to Beth? We cannot. Okay.
No, we don't offer that service, unfortunately.
All right, we got to get back up to the room. We have a screwdriver.
Yes, it would be nice if...
Got to get back up to the vent. So the manager, the manager Bernard, we found a threatening note in his office, but we threw it away so he doesn't know that he got it. We're interfering with people's lives. And then we lied and said we weren't in his office. But we got our screwdriver, so let's go. Boop, this way.
All right, let's open the vent.
Let's get these secret vent notes.
Oh, I guess I'm free to disturb room 508 now. But that's where Bernard and Linda were. Ew.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, there's really nothing in here. Yep. Cool. We're cleaning, we're cleaning. Okay. They really didn't disturb much of the room. I guess we're not going to wash the sheets. We're just going to straighten up. They had some to drink. We're drinking some drinks. Can we open the blinds? Kind of like dark and dingy. Oh, there's lots of tissues on the floor. Do I want to go in the bathroom? Bathroom should be fine. Oh my god, is this the divorce flyers? We found all the divorce flyers. We're throwing them away. Yeah, why would they need to use... Ew! Alright. Clean. Okay. Just make sure that's good. We're cleaning. Let's reclose that. All right. That looks great. Looks great. We're such a good employee. Even though we don't really actually like clean anything. All right, let's do it. Oh wait, no, let me put my things away just in case Just in case I have to pick something else up, we want to put our cups down. Alright, we put both of them down. Alright, secret note time. Look at the snow outside. It's really coming down out there. Really coming down out there. Oh my god, we actually have to go like the correct way. That's amazing. Oh no, is it coded again? It's coded again! This is where we decode notes, apparently. Shouldn't we be doing this in the break room? Okay, this is an... Oh, we have updated. All right. We need to discuss our plan. Oh, God, I'm so smart. I'm so smart.
Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
It's me.
Hey, you got anything good for me?
I found another message written in secret code.
And?
It says, meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Who's Michael? A guest's husband?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
Yeah, the cast keeps getting bigger. I'll just check the logbook. There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Okay.
Mrs. Beaumont's room? But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh, Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
That's really nice of you. So, Mrs. Beaumont is linked to the cruises, huh? I have a feeling we may be approaching the climax of this story.
I guess I should go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list. There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
How about I call up there? You know, to make sure no one's home.
Good idea.
Just a sec. Well, it looks like the room is ready for your snooping, my lady.
Thank you, good sir. I'll call you back.
Unless they just didn't answer.
Looks like I'm headed to room 507.
Oh, God. I'm nervous. It's good now, apparently. I don't have a towel. I'm nervous. There's the fort.
Let's get to the bottom of this and find out what links these rooms together.
Don't touch anything, because we're not supposed to be in here. So we're not cleaning anything.
So a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh.
Dear Anne, I have met with Lewis and he has asked me to give you the enclosed letter. I think I should reiterate that for some of your accusations, such as wife abuse, are not grounds for divorce in Quebec. I understand you are hurt, but I do not think antagonizing your husband is very wise at the moment. Do not forget to be in court at 11 a.m. on the 20th. Be on time. Also, a friendly reminder that my fees in January need to be paid before the end of this month. I'm happy to help you out, but I cannot work pro bono on this. Sincerely, Howard.
A suitcase wide open on the bed? You're almost making my snooping too easy. Locked. The key He has to be around here somewhere.
Oh.
Did Marcella send this? Oh, Michael. Adults can be so confusing. I promise it's not you.
This is from Michael. Dad, I'm sorry, but Mom asked me not to tell you the name of our hotel. She allowed me to talk about our room, though. We have 2 little beds, a radio, and even a television. Mom let me build a fort. The maid brought us extra blankets. She's really nice. That's me. The hotel's nice too, but I miss home. I wish Mom and you could be happy, and I wish everything could go back to the way it was before, but Mom says it's impossible. She says she no longer loves you. Do you think she'll ever stop loving me too? Oh. I mean, if you don't beat her, it's probably not. Okay. To Ann Bursey, subject Michael's withdrawal from school. Dear Mrs. Bursey, we have successfully processed your request to withdraw your son, Michael Bursey, from his school schedule and system under the agreement that you will continue to educate from home. Following this letter, you'll receive a list of books and school materials you need to purchase in order to follow the curriculum from home. A social worker will be in touch to help you understand our milestones so that your son can benefit from our programs from the comfort of his home. Thank you for thinking of your son's education. You're welcome. All right, we gotta find something that links.
Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
This was from 1945. Dear Anne, you were right. I miss the snow already. It's so hot right now in Texas. It's quite a shock after the cool weather of Montreal. My family has never seen snow before, and I could not find the words to tell them how beautiful it was. They don't understand what they are missing. I wish I could build my brothers a snowman like the ones we built together a few weeks ago. I know it's childish, but I had not had that much fun in years. Christmas was exhausting. 9 days of eating, singing, and dancing. It's great fun, but I'm glad it's over so I can rest a little. Of course, celebrations will resume for New Year, but it gives me a few days to relax. How are things going with your family? I know you don't get along well, but I hope you're still able to have a good time. I will leave for Montreal on the 8th. I cannot wait to be back. I miss finding black cat hairs all over my clothes. I miss our late night studying sessions at Harry's. I even miss Sister Miller's classes, if you can believe it. I'll see you soon. Warm wishes. Isn't that guy from Texas?
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time.
Frosted Sugar Pops. Alright. Ooh, picture. Who brings a picture with them to a hotel? I guess if you're running away from your life. Sister whatever's class.
You almost look like Marcella.
Yeah. Mount Royal College, Montreal, 1947. Let's put that back. Okay. So she's friends with Dude's wife, who recently has taken all the money out of her bank account to pay for the fees for the lawyer, maybe? For her friend? Oh, it's another lesbian book.
Bridget Boswell.
Yeah, Forbidden
Didn't I
Love.
see that name somewhere earlier?
Each of these ladies in question has had a secret lesbian romance novel hidden in their room. They're trying to run away together. Oh. Greta. Aw, puppy.
You know the drill, Sophie. Let's sweep and snoop.
Well, I'm not cleaning because I'm not supposed to be in here.
He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
I just met with your lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of all that. As if you were so irreproachable yourself. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? But worst of all, you won't let me see my son, and you won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get custody, you don't know me well. I will not let you take Michael away from me. Alright, so I feel like there's a love story happening right here. Oh,
Like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
yikes. Is this her wedding ring? Nice. Ooh. I mean, if she doesn't need it anymore, we can...
Mr. Cruz, huh? Numbers, dates, times. What does it all mean?
1824 on 2/17, 7 p.m. Circled. It's bolded. 1824.
Aha! Keys are Snoop's best friend.
Oh. I thought that was a piece of food on the plate. Uh-oh. We need another one. Where's DJ Khaled when you need him? It looked like a pretty good cookbook. Alright, we do have to inspect. The key is not in here. It is here.
Ah, there you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew.
Sophie,
So staticky.
crazy timing. I've got something for you.
Oh, what is it?
I heard a certain Mr. Cruz and a Mr. Morgan had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who told you that?
Jacques did. Apparently, it got so heated he had to get involved. And it sounds like I was on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Can you guess what it is?
Blackmail?
Well, that was your theory, remember? No, it's affair.
Affair? How bad was the fight?
I think Jacques got in the middle of it before it got too intense. But he said Mr. Cruz looked like he was about to kill Mr. Morgan. So Mrs. Cruz must be having an affair with him, right?
No.
And her husband found out?
Nope.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
What about the second one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that open a chest with 2 locks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's definitely something going on between them.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
Really? Well, it is the 1950s after all. I guess anything's possible. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Probably.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, if you get me a candle and some plaster, I may be able to do something about that chest.
How?
I'll tell you later, okay? Just find those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I can.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
I would never give up on you.
Aw. It's making it really hard to cover our tracks in this game. Should I put the key back? I feel like he's going to make
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
I feel like he's going to make a copy of the key. So I should have the key. So let's not put it back. I can't throw that away. Rachel, Rebecca. There we go. There we go. I don't see any candles. Rebecca, the VIP guest in room 602 is getting on my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all his wishes come true. That's not even the worst of it, though. Every night, he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home, asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? We can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself.
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
Where's your stash? Please. Okay. They're not in her locker.
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already.
Do we need the master key? So we don't need the master key anymore. Bobby is the kitchen, which is this way? Are we allowed to go this way? Maintenance.
It's locked.
Okay.
Sophie, you're forgetting what you came here for. The candles. Better try to get them before Andrew gets here.
Oh, you mean Bobby as in like Bobby's locker. I'm sorry.
No candles, but this looks like the laundry room.
Okay. Back corner thingy. Okay. I didn't know we were snooping in Bobby's locker. I don't think I've been in the laundry room before.
Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room.
My keys are still in the break room. Where was I sitting? I thought I was sitting at this. Oh, is this it? Are those my keys?
Gotta hold on to these tight.
Yeah.
I want my mother's ring back. There. I don't want to see one.
It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
We're eavesdropping. Alright, so went in. Walk around. And there was this L shape. And then it was here. Candle!
Got a candle. Now, what next?
Meet Andrew in the break room. Oh, it's a laundry room. Cool. We haven't been in here before.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, I remember reading a spy novel, I can't remember the title, it wasn't that good, in which they used wax and plaster to make a key mold. I'm thinking we could do the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Sure? No. In the novel, they used a special kind of wax, not candle wax. But I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this, shall we?
Oh my god.
First step, pour the wax, I suppose? Careful though, the pot's probably hot.
It's like playing Cooking Mama.
That's it. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Next step, put the key in. Better wait a few seconds before removing it. Looks good. Pretty sure you can take it out now. I think we're almost done. All that's left is to pour the plaster from the cup into the mold.
This would not work.
Good job.
Would it?
So now we wait until it's dry, I guess.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
A few minutes, probably. We can poke it every now and then to check.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No. But I like it. I feel like I'm in one of those novels I spend my days reading.
What have you been reading lately? That's your book there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a play by Agatha Christie, Witness for the Prosecution.
What's it about?
It's the story of a lawyer who takes on the case of a man accused of murdering an old widow. There's strong evidence against him, but the lawyer is convinced of his innocence.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Actually, there's a film adaptation of it playing at the theater right now.
Oh, yeah. It rings a bell. Have you seen it?
No, not yet. I always prefer to read the book or the play before seeing the film. Hey, how about we go see it together?
Yes. I would like that.
Yeah, I think I'd like that.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Lowe's Theater is not too far from here. Why don't we meet after work one of these evenings?
That sounds great.
Oh, look. I think our key double is dry and ready to go.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Well, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. I should get back upstairs, though.
Oh my god.
I've been gone far too long already.
They're so cute.
Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and you should probably be careful when you turn it. Otherwise, it could break inside the lock.
Yeah. It's
I'll
not a
be
metal
careful.
key. I don't see
Thank
how
you
this
for
would work.
everything.
You're welcome, Sophie.
Oh, bye, boyfriend. Yeah, this seems unlikely to work.
I've got 2 keys. Now, let's test them out.
Yeah, let's clean up the evidence. Okay. All right. The colors in this game are so beautiful. That makes it seem like someone's watching me from the locker. Turn the right way this time. Yeah. All right, let's bust this story wide open. Wait, is it this one? No, that's the cruise's room. Uh-oh, I closed the doors. I don't know. Wait, is it this one? There's 507. I forget which room it is. Is it this one? Yeah, Fort. Someone was taking pictures of me, but I don't think it was about me.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break. Oh, shoot. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. And since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. And that's the 4 letters we need to unlock the box in the other lady's room. But they're 5-letter words. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I will bring you soup after class.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
Aw, and you kept them. This is a box that you have when you, like, date somebody. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today in secret language. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. Okay, confirmed. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture. So apparently this is like a code they've had since they were kids. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of this because I feel like we could use this. This was from 1946. Dear Anne, I have just heard Doris Day on the radio, and it made me think of you. Oh, like Doris? Alliterative name, Doris Day? I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of a railroad track, that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it's been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you, not only songs on the radio, but silly things like flowers in our garden that smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling. I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course, I cannot tell them about you. Even though something. All right, we have a clue to find. I think Doris Day is the clue we're supposed to find.
Doris Day.
Yes.
That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
Picture. I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe vite. I don't know how to do that. My parents are glad I am done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months, I've had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it is time for us to go our separate ways.
Damn it. It's stuck.
Yikes. Put the letters back. How am I going to get the key out?
Damn it. It's stuck.
All right, we missed. So Doris. Okay, we missed something. Unlike my favorite bar. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. What did we miss? There's no like clue. That was Doris Day. I feel like we need something to pry it out of there. I have a screwdriver.
Damn it. It's stuck. Damn it. It's stuck.
Well, maybe... She'll just be like, what is that? I don't know. So we know this one is IS. Is this like an actual word? Because maybe we could guess it. Okay. It's a typewriter.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
I'm writing the secret lesbian books. Dear Marcella, or should I say Brigitte? You know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title. And they were roommates. Oh, we were roommates! Oh! I bought it with an impulse on a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date in the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept your love for me had never been real. I don't think that's what that letter meant. For many years, I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you are well, and I'm happy to see that you accomplished your dream of becoming a writer. That's not what I got out of that letter. I thought the letter was like, hey, I know that I want to do this, but we can't do this because it's forbidden, so we gotta stop this.
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, and then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books, but believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend of mine from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. Wait! Is this the other guy? In the other room? Mr. Morgan? Is that his name, Mr. Morgan? I hope to hear from you soon. Paul? Is that his first name? After my discharge, I want to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I am a very patient, resourceful man. I never give up. Do you think we can meet? I have so much more to tell you. Paul! So he's just here stalking her because he's a fan?
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
Is there? There's two things.
Oh, Anne.
Oh.
Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
Oh, there's lots of letters. I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I am willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother's currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we could open the box. Oh, they're going to open the box. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during class? In secret language. I still do.
So the symbols I've been deciphering, you invented them back in the day to keep your love secret. That feels really special.
Okay, we already figured that out. Get with the program.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Oh, I left the house. I left Lewis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life? To hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide. Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. Très sincèrement. Ah. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Lewis to scour every hotel guestbook in the region looking for me under his surname, so I'll be registered under the name Beaumont. Okay, that... So I'm assuming there's more letters that we didn't see here.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Thank you for answering my letter. I realize how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take the train. Oh, we found those letters. We thought Lindsay was a girl. I wish I could take the train to Virginia, but it's not an option right now, as I can barely pay the rent. He's in a lot of debt. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down. We had found a note that said that. When they learn I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. Is this an old 1950s parasocial relationship? You love to see it. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life. And do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already. Ugh.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
Dear Marcella, I just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. We found that letter. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago, before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. But I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst his death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany and the sun and the birds. He loved birds so much. He can identify them by just listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. Whoops. We had a clue.
Oh, Lindsay's a man. Yeah, I guess it was presumptuous of me to think otherwise.
Yes, we were all presumptuous. We were all presumptuous. Okay.
So this was all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Actually, I think I can help with that.
Really? How?
Well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
You've opened it, right?
What? Of course not. I mean, it's illegal.
Aren't you intrigued?
Of course. But I can't just... Oh, all right. I'll open it.
I'm a bad
Breaking
influence
the law,
on you.
breaking the law.
Well, you've been doing all the snooping so far. It's about time I take a little risk, too.
So, what's in it?
It's a tourism pamphlet for California and 3 train tickets.
They're running away to California together. To Los
What do you think
Angeles.
this means?
I'd say Anne and Marcella are probably planning to run away from their husbands. Those train tickets must be for them and Michael.
So you're on a first-name basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah, like characters in a book. I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into all of this.
Paul.
I think Marcella hired
For
him.
what? We're not
I
sure.
found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What would she hire him for, though?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you?
We'll probably never know. I think the trail ends here.
I guess investigations in real life always have some loose ends. I was kinda hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
That's for sure. It helped me understand you better, too.
Oh?
Why you snoop, I mean. Piecing together people's stories, learning what makes them tick. It makes you realize we may have more in common than it seems.
You're right. Which is why the next story I'd like to learn is yours, Andrew.
Oh? Am I gonna find you snooping through my apartment next?
No.
I would love to share my story with you, Sophie. You're the first person in a long time who's made me feel like I can. Would you come and see me when your shift ends? We could leave together, if you'd like.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
I guess that wouldn't be so bad. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've got a reading list the size of the Eiffel Tower. This would be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
That does sound like fun. I could bring my magazines and, ooh, maybe light some of Rebecca's candles.
Now I kinda hope we do get stuck here.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
All right. It's not letting me do my clue. I'm pushing the clue button. It's not letting me do my clue. All right, what are my tasks for the day? Where is my list? Is it on my cart? Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Mr. Cruz? Mr. Cruz. Oh God. Oh God. What happened?
Shouldn't we call somebody?
Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
Because Marcella is the beneficiary.
Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
We're jumping to conclusions. It's in his freaking pocket.
Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We will look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of that guest's behavior. As I'm sure you will understand, we are very concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself on discretion. Please contact us should that guest bother you again. Yours sincerely, Bernard Leduc. I feel like they're framing Paul. Right? Should we throw away the life insurance? Let's throw this away. That incriminates Paul, but this incriminates Marcella. Should we throw that away? Let's throw it away. Girl power.
Please let there be someone around who can help. I have to get the power back on.
Oh, I know where that is. Gross, it's making us walk through the blood. Ew. Oh, this is the other way we could never go before. It's in the other direction. Okay. Well, okay. Let's go put the power back on. We got rid of murder evidence. Should we have done that? I want Marcella and... is her name Anne? To go live their lives. I want them to be happy. Alright, let's...
It's too big. I guess I'll need something
Pointier? Like the ice pick we just saw in the murder scene? Alright, let's go pick up that ice pick maybe. And use it to jam open the electrical box. Alright, my Mr. Cruz. Something pointier, like this.
Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box.
Alright, we're just tracking blood all over the place. Hey, I am a maid, not a detective, you know? My job is to clean, not detective. Some call it destroying evidence, I call it cleaning, which is my job, so... ice pick.
That worked, thank God. Now,
Oh God.
to get the power back.
This is a math puzzle.
Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now.
If
Your
there's...
note will have to make do.
This is probably a math fuse puzzle. I hate these. If there's a power outage, I'm busy preventing another part in this hotel from collapsing. Here's what to do. Check the fuse box, plan for required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from sockets. Tip, blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in new fuses in sockets. Make sure the amp is correct. Flick big lever to restore power. All right. That should be good. Great, now we can really see the blood trail.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
In the elevator with the dead guy? Should we take the stair? Is there stairs we can take? Let's go check out the murder scene a little bit. Let's just, you know, take a look around. Maybe there's a staircase back here. What do we got? Any clues? Some cigarettes.
A.B.
And
Anne Beaumont.
She was here. She was here meeting with Hector. There was a scuffle.
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace. So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away.
That's why he was observing us.
He was just taking photos.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there's been no movement in the last 3 hours, and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time I let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So, Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently, she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Yeah, maybe you should. What? You got found out, Paul.
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
This was the other letter that he responded to. I've been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was still able to collect a substantial sum of money over these years. Now I would like to use that money to hire you. I am getting tired of romance novels, and I'm thinking of branching out into crime fiction. As a sort of research, I would like you to follow me around town and take notes on my comings and goings. I am aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would of course be the first to read the manuscript once it's finished.
Paul really got into his role.
Dear Paul, I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coat you bought was a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 to 3 weeks. Thanks again for your help.
He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. She didn't want to be followed to go meet her secret lover. I am starting to worry you're taking your role a bit too seriously. You are not a real detective. You have to let it go. So she was worried that, look at this camera, that Paul was going to find out about her and Anne, and so she got mad. But what, did they plan to kill Hector the whole time? All right, let's go. I feel confident. I mean, we know the whole story, basically, except for the motive behind the murder. But we threw all that away. So, good luck, cops. Oh, yeah, we are going to pull him out. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Should we be doing this?
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Should we be tampering with the body? I don't think... Okay, bye. I need help. I need help. Help, please. Help, help.
Andrew? Where is everyone?
Can I ring the bell? Hello?
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
Okay. What now? now? Go find Bernard, I guess?
No, I just have to wait for the police.
Why is there nobody here? Where did everyone go?
Hey, you're here. I've tried restoring the power, but I think Eugene's the only one with the key to the fuse box, and Sophie? Don't worry, I'll find a way to bring the lights back on. Hey, you look a bit pale. Is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
He's back? How's he taking that whole thing with his wife?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Andrew.
Jesus. Maybe you need to sit down, huh? Did you call the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was he sick or something?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Jesus. Do you think it could be Paul?
Actually, I don't.
What about Anne and Marcella? Their affair is a pretty good motive.
The police will want to ask you a lot of questions. You may want to be careful about what you tell them. With Paul's history of mental illness, there's a good chance they'll suspect him even if he didn't do it.
I think I know what you mean. Some people seem to assume that spending time in a psychiatric hospital means you're a murderous psychopath.
Yeah, they really do. You know, when I was 19, I studied to be a priest, but I felt so lost. I couldn't enjoy the things I used to like. I could barely get myself out of bed. So I ended up going to a psychiatric hospital. And the doctors, they helped me get back on my feet. But when I returned to my hometown, it was like I had become a complete stranger. My mother kept telling me I was making it worse in my head, but I swear, people were changing sidewalks when they saw me, looking at me as if I was this dangerous creature all of a sudden. That's why I didn't tell you that.
What?
Call it coincidence or fate, but that psychiatric hospital, it's the same one Paul went to. I've met him there, talked to him a bit. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
It's okay. I get why you didn't.
You do?
You know how I tell everyone that my mom's sick, bedridden? Well, it's true, but I always leave out the part about her illness not being physical. I'm ashamed of the truth. So even though I don't know exactly what you went through, I can understand.
Thank you for telling me. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, but if you ever want to talk about your mom, I'm here. They're here. Promise me you'll be careful with the information you share.
Yeah, of course.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Okay, he's lying on the floor with a bloody trail. Like, who wouldn't? That's not an accident. I'm gonna lie. Should we lie? I don't think. I've been telling the truth so far. Let's tell the truth. What are they gonna do? Fire me for snooping? Whatever, it's fine.
I've been snooping around the guests' rooms.
I didn't think you'd admit it.
Oh. You knew already?
We found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
I don't think you can arrest me for that. That's not against the
learned from one of
law.
your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest
I
named
just get
Mr.
fired.
Spade. What can you tell me about him?
Mr. Spade. Don't tell him he was in a psychiatric hospital. Why is it the only thing we can tell about him? We're not gonna lie. Okay, we already compromised the crime scene, so let's not lie.
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels, and they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
No. Take a stand. I don't know what that means. But no. We never saw him at all.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet.
I don't
Miss
like this
Roy.
guy.
The victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
She's having an affair, but it's not what you think. She's been in love with another woman since college. They've been apart for more than 10 years, and now they're...
Yes, I know all about Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont's sexual deviance. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Mr. Cruz? No. Actually, no. It was Anne's husband who was the bad one.
No, I didn't hear any of that.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you. I think you know more than you've let on.
Can I please leave?
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. Let's go see what Bernard... The atmosphere is so different in here. Will it ever feel like it used to?
Oh, wow. Alright.
It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
Alright. What do you want, Bernard?
I'll go empty my locker.
Andrew!
Hey.
Are you okay?
I've just been fired.
What? No,
It's okay. I just need some time to process it. I'll be on the mezzanine if you want to join me afterwards.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act? Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes. Why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
Good. Well, what are you waiting for?
We need this job.
Get to work.
Oh, now?
Yes, now. That'll be all.
Okay. Aw, poor Andrew. I think we got him fired, basically.
Hey,
Hey,
what a week.
you don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
He wants me to clean the mess on the 5th floor.
He does? After everything you've been through up there? I can't believe it.
Yeah. I wish I would have stood up to him, but I really need this job.
It's okay. I know you do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Well, I told him about my time at the psychiatric hospital.
Really?
Yeah. He said that that didn't fit with the hotel standards and showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'd like to be my own boss. No more Bernard looking over my shoulder. I've had this dream for a while of maybe opening a bookstore.
I can't say I'm surprised.
It just makes so much sense. I'd be able to combine the two things I love most, reading books and helping people. Granted, helping people find books is a far cry from helping them find God, but
My mom likes to say, there's no job too small. Plus, just by the way you're talking about it, it's obvious it'd make you happy. And that's what really matters, I think.
yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Me too. Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
Please do.
That was...
Yeah, it was.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
What do you think?
I don't know. I wish they'd get a happy ending, but I'm not sure it's that kind of story.
I'd like to believe it is. I think Paul becomes a famed photographer. He gets his own studio and decorates it like a hotel bathroom. As for Anne and Marcella, they move in together. But they keep leaving each other notes in the vents. You know, for old time's sake.
I like it. Maybe you should write that.
Maybe I will.
Yay! So we don't really get to find out what happened. Or did I just play it badly? Like, they obviously, the police put all the murder on all three of them, so maybe that is, but like, who actually killed him? We assume that it was Paul because it was back by where Paul was hiding. But like, Anne's cigarette case was there. She could have done it. I don't know. But thanks for coming by. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving if you're celebrating, and if not, I hope you have a great Thursday. I will see you tomorrow for our normally scheduled stream for Fallout 4. All companion perks run. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.